Welcome back, Hill students. Who enjoyed their Thanksgiving? Raise your hand real quick. I sure did. Welcome back to the gathering. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that Thanksgiving is over and we're in December. This is my favorite month. I don't know about you, but I love Christmas. I love the New Year's. I love the hot chocolate, the movies, the decoration. But I've been on this cheesy saying, and call it cheesy or not, but I always remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. So remember that as we enter into this time of the year. So real quick, last time we were here, not last week, because that was off, and then before that we were having Friendsgiving, but the last time we were here, if you remember, we spoke about a Greek word called, or said, koinonia. Everybody say koinonia. This means fellowship, it means partnership, and it means communion, okay? But this week, I want to talk about a different word that we're going to be doing something different tonight. The word is Eleos. Everybody say Eleos. One more time, say Eleos. Am I saying it right? Okay, I thought somebody might have known or not. Anyways, this is biblical mercy. Eleos is biblical mercy. It's not mere sympathy, but it's compassion in action. It's compassionate action, okay? It reflects God's heart for the vulnerable, and Jesus redefined true obedience to God's law as mercy in motion. Mercy in motion. It is valuing compassion over rigid rule following, all right? There's even a list of people or a group of people that come up more often and frequently, actually, in the Old Testament when the prophets were talking about taking care of other people, okay? And these group of people were the poor, the orphans, the widows, and the refugees. Now, God commands his people, the Israelites, again and again and again, to look after these groups of people and to show them mercy, or Eleos, which is mercy in motion. Can everybody just say mercy in motion? Oh, that was kind of weak. I know y'all tired, it's a Wednesday, but let's say it with a little bit more passion, like we mean it, all right? Mercy in motion, go ahead. There we go, I know y'all had it. Let's go, all right, I love it. All right, the God of the Old Testament, Yahweh, is described as a God of mercy, who cares for the downtrodden, for the forgotten, and shows steadfast love to all people. To all people. And the best place to see the meaning of Eleos on display is actually in Matthew chapter 12. Matthew chapter 12. Okay? And we're going to read really quick, but you can start turning yourself to your Bible there, Matthew chapter 12. But just hear me. So I'm going to summarize a little bit, and then we're going to read one verse, and then we're going to do something different tonight, okay? So Jesus, it's the Sabbath. Let's set up the scene. It's the Sabbath, and Jesus is with his disciples, and they're like, hey, yo, Jesus, I'm hungry. God is like, Jesus is like, all right, go pick some grain, right? This is a big no-no. Picking grain on the Sabbath in that time was a big no-no. It was against the law to do any sort of work, and picking grain was considered work. So the Pharisees accused Jesus of breaking the Sabbath, okay? Jesus responds by pointing to the scripture and reminding them that God has always prioritized mercy, always, over any ritual. But they're kind of stuck in their ways and in their rigid rules that they're like, you don't know what you're talking about, right? They're trying to catch him in a lie or breaking the law, right? And so he shows that the Sabbath was meant to bring rest. It was meant to bring restoration and compassion. So not to trap people in technicalities or rigid rule following, okay? Then he makes a bold claim. In this time, in Jesus' time, what I'm about to say, what he said was considered like heresy. He says, Jesus claims this, the Son of Man is the Lord of the Sabbath. The Lord of the Sabbath, meaning that he had authority to reveal its true purpose. And then Jesus doesn't stop there. He doubles down. He goes to the temple, and the Pharisees, like vipers and snakes that they just follow him and just like eye him out, like, let's see what he's going to do next. I'm going to catch you. Watch it. Right? He goes to the second synagogue where he meets a man with a withered hand. And the Pharisees are just eyeing him, and they're like, all right, let's see if he's going to heal this man, because if he does, he's going to break the Sabbath again, right? So Jesus meets this man, and he heals him. He heals his withered hand. And then Jesus exposes their hard hearts by asking whether it is lawful to do good or harm on the Sabbath. He heals the man, demonstrating that God's heart is always for life, for healing, and again, compassion. It's a common word we keep hearing tonight, right? This act reveals that doing good is never restricted by religious rules. And we see it particularly in Matthew chapter 12, verse 7. So go to verse 7. I know you're already there in chapter 12. Go to verse 7. It's right before 6, right after 6. All right. Let's keep the calm. All right, it says, let's read along, verse 7. If you had known what these words mean, I desire mercy, not sacrifice, you would not have condemned the innocent. Jesus, what he's saying is that it's not an obligation, it's an invitation. Christians, us Christians, ought to be people who love the vulnerable, protect them, provide for them, and not just emotionally or empathetically, but proactively. It's mercy in motion. It is Eleos. So tonight we're going to do a little bit something different. We're going to have a panel tonight. So those that are on the panel, please come up. Daryl's going to help me out with the chairs real quick. And we're going to have some people answer some questions on how Eleos, we can see Eleos nowadays in our modern times. So make your way up onto the stage. Yeah. There's a cup there. Thank you, Tristan. Let's give it up for Tristan real quick. Not Christian, Tristan.
No need. Doing my job.
All right. All right, awesome. All right, real quick, just going down the line, just introduce yourself real quick, and for the students, what grade you're in.
I'm Nolan, and I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Tess, and I'm in 12th grade.
My name is Anna.
Oh, no, just share the mic with Anna. That's okay.
Is it on now?
Oh, there it is. Okay, great.
I figured it out. Name's Joseph, 25 years old.
All right. All right, awesome. So the setup tonight is going to be, we're going to have about 4 to 5 categories, and each category we're going to have 3 questions. Some of the questions are going to be geared towards the students, and others are going to be geared to the adults. And the last question in that specific group of questions is going to be for the whole panel, okay? So you're going to hear the hearts of an 8th grader, a senior, a mom, and a young adult. So like that, we have a wide variety of voices and experiences, okay? So the first is understanding Eleos, which means mercy that moves, right? So this question is for the students specifically. When you hear the word mercy, what do you usually think of, and how does that differ from what we've learned about Eleos tonight? I'll repeat it again. When you hear the word mercy, what do you usually think of, and how does it differ from what we've learned about Eleos tonight?
When I think of the word mercy, usually like showing grace to people, giving people better than you feel like they deserve, helping them when they need help.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
I think I would say I normally think of like in the Beatitudes when it's talking about God blesses those who are merciful.
Yeah.
And I think kind of my initial thought, how it differs from what we were talking about. It's
Yeah.
just, I normally think of the mercy I've been shown by God and like his mercy on the cross, but not necessarily my part in that, and like how mercy is actually an action we're showing to other people. So I think of like maybe the mercy I've been shown, but
Yeah.
I don't always think of how to show it to others.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, what greater mercy than what Jesus showed us on the cross, right? That's a great example. Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, the next question is for the adults on the panel. Can you share a time when you realized mercy isn't just a feeling, but an action? And how did that shift your understanding of what it means to follow Jesus?
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
As I hear that question, I think I first had to receive and feel the mercy of God for me. So whenever I first felt his mercy of my life and seeing how I was living a life that was not honoring him, and I was quickly realized that by receiving this mercy from God, by receiving this, then I had to put that in action. Put that in action towards like my family, friends, and my job. And then maybe understand that following Christ also means that I need to show mercy the way he showed mercy to me. So just actively doing that has definitely pointed me and led me direction to where I've been able to show this mercy because I understand it. I had to feel it first, then understand it to know that because Christ is merciful, then I have to do the same. And it's just changed the way I just view just people and just allow me to get closer to Christ. And it's just, it's just led me to that.
It's good. It's good. Can you repeat one more time? Sure. The question was, can you share a time when you realized mercy isn't just a feeling, but an action? And how did that shift your understanding of what it means to follow Jesus?
Yeah, I think a very concrete time is when I think the orphan crisis was brought to my attention, and my heart was stirred for like, this is, I just think of Micah 6:8 to do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. And I think when you see things that like stir your heart and you spend time with the Father and you hear his heartbeat and you understand like his heart is for those who are vulnerable and for those who are far from him and for those who don't have hope or healing or wholeness, you want to be like that. Like you're like, God has shown me mercy and I want to extend that. I want to do something.
Yeah.
And so my husband and I, when we were first thinking about starting a family, somebody said, well, have you ever thought about adoption? And we were like, I mean, we haven't really, but let's look into it. And so I think at that time, there were a number of things that got, like a lot of injustices in the world that were brought to our attention, and that we were like, this is something tangible. We can do this.
Yeah.
Because there are over 3 million orphans in the world. So
Wow.
let's pursue adoption because it's part of the Father's heart too. So.
That's great. That's great. Awesome. All right, the next set of questions is mercy versus rules and reputation. So for the students, what are some ways the pressure to fit in at school can get in the way of showing real, active Eleos, mercy in motion? I'll repeat it. What are some ways the pressure to fit in at school can get in the way of showing real, active Eleos?
Like, if maybe someone's being bullied at school, and if you were to go and stand up for them, you could also get bullied too.
Yeah.
And the pressure of not wanting to be bullied with them might cause you to not want to stand up for them or help them.
That's good. Yeah. I feel that. I remember that too. Yeah.
I would say I feel like I'm surrounded by people who showing mercy is like normal, and like my friend group especially.
Yeah.
So I feel like the community you surround yourself with is very important in that.
Yeah.
And so I think if you're surrounded by people where it's not normal, it's definitely a lot harder to show mercy to others. But if you have people surrounding you who are willing to go, oh yeah, we're going to go show mercy to this person, then it becomes a lot more normal, I think.
Sort of like bringing the kingdom closer through mercy, right? That's great. Thank you, guys. All right, for the adults, have you ever had to risk your reputation or comfort to show mercy to someone? What did that cost you, and what did it teach you about God's heart? I'll repeat it. Have you ever had to risk your reputation or comfort to show mercy to someone? What did that cost you, and what did it teach you about God's heart?
Similarly, my husband and I, when he was a youth minister for a long time, and there was a girl in our youth group that her father had died when she was younger, and then we walked with her through her mom's terminal illness, and she did not have family, and we spent a lot of time with her, and we're like, what, anyway, long story short, we made the decision to bring her into our family, and at the time, I tend to be like Jesus is like, go sell everything and follow me, and I'm like, yeah, that's what we need to do. And my husband's like, let's think practically, like, what is this actually going to look like? And so with Mariah, I was like, Nathan, she needs a home. We have a home. We love her. Like, let's just bring her in. And he was like, you realize what this means? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't, but we need to do it. And so
Wow.
I think that, honestly, she was with us for a year and a half, and it's challenging to
Right.
somebody who's hurting so bad. I say all that to say, like, it did cost us a lot of comfort.
Mhm.
But I think
Yeah.
for her sake,
Yeah.
it was so necessary, and it was such a blessing to us in the long run.
Yeah, would you say it was sort of like the Holy Spirit leading you to do that?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome, thank you.
So for me, I was leaning more onto the comfort side.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to getting out of my comfort zone, it definitely, that area is led by just at my job. I'm at my job, and my head is full of just, just my work and the tasks through the day, through the week. But I do believe that God puts those opportunities in my job to show mercy, or to show His love, show His kindness, show His compassion, and it's led me to just gas stations on the side of the highways, just at work.
Yeah.
I've prayed for like 2 or 3 workers at my job, and
Wow.
it's not something that's easy.
Right.
But God puts that weight on my heart, and He
Yeah.
tells me that this will lead me closer to relationships in my job, to where me as being a supervisor and having authority to like follow rules, safety rules. I get out of my comfort zone to pretty much switch off that just like mentality of like I'm at work, to put on the mentality of Christ, put on the mind of Christ,
That's good.
put on His heart, and just show just kindness, and just pray for people, and just to show affection, and just
Yeah.
I've been blessed, just bless that, show His mercy.
Yeah, you said something that's very interesting. You said the weight in my heart. He puts a weight in my heart. I want you to dig deeper in that. Like, what does that mean to you? Can you describe it, at least in your way of experiencing God? How does that look like when you're like, this is something from God? There's a weight in my heart.
Yes, I think that involves a lot of prayer.
Yeah.
A lot of prayer, asking God to put a weight in my heart to His people, to
That's
people,
good.
To people like just that you don't just look at and say, oh, I'm gonna go bless them.
Yeah.
Because it's out of my comfort zone. It's out of just the normal that's like culturally.
Yeah.
It's out of normal just day-to-day stuff. So I think just having that weight and being able to feel that weight and know that this is the presence of God, and Him telling me He's speaking through me, through Him just putting His weight in my heart. And I think prayer has been that lead to me to
That's
where
good. Yeah.
I might not want to do it, but I ask God to convict me. I ask for conviction in my heart.
Yeah.
I tell Him to speak to me.
Yeah.
And it's not just in the media like you have to do this, or like it's not just like words, but it's just the weight.
Yeah.
Knowing that, knowing that I'm doing it for His glory.
Yeah.
Not for mine. This is for His people.
Yeah.
And I think just having that has helped me a lot through my walk with Christ, and be able to have discernment as well.
Yeah.
To know when I'm supposed to do things.
Yeah.
And
just
just pursue that, just follow that as just day to day.
That's good. And it's for your growth as well. So growth is on the other side of being uncomfortable.
Right.
Right. This is for the group. What do you think rule following often feels safer than mercy? What makes compassion risky? What do you think rule following often, why do you think, why do you think rule following often feels safer than mercy? What makes compassion risky?
If you're following the rules, you're doing what everyone else is doing. You're not standing out in any way.
Yeah. It's like,
And if you aren't doing what everyone else is doing, you get noticed,
Yeah.
and that might not always be a good thing.
Yeah. It's like feeling a little uncomfortable, right? It's like you already know what to do because the rules are there, so you just follow them. But coming out of that, it's like you might stand out, right? That's good. Anyone else?
I think it puts you in like a vulnerable situation because you don't know how the other person is going to respond. Because you're
Right.
putting yourself out there to show them mercy. Maybe
Yeah.
it's something you don't want to do, and then maybe they're not going to respond in a way that you think that they should, or you're like, I'm
Yeah.
doing this really good thing, and then maybe they're not going to receive it well, or other people won't like see it the way you see it. So
Yeah.
it just like makes you really vulnerable.
Yeah. For sometimes we view vulnerability as a weakness, right? And in actuality, or it's actually a strength because it causes other people to be vulnerable and to open up, right? So they don't feel alone, right? Anyone else? No? All right. Next group of questions are around the theme of making other people's problems our problems. So for the students, if Eleos means active compassion, where in your day or in school do you see opportunities to show it to someone who needs help? If Eleos means active compassion, where in your day or in school do you see opportunities to show it to someone who needs help?
Like at lunch, maybe.
Yeah,
If someone is sitting alone, no one is sitting with them. It's like they're being alienated.
right.
You could go and sit with them,
Okay.
or you could invite them to come over and sit with you so that they don't have to sit alone.
Yeah, that's building community, right? Which is part of our faith. We're communal, right? Our faith is about building community. So you're building that. That's great.
I don't know if I have like a specific like
Sure.
one, but I feel like just like asking for the Father's heart, just at the beginning of the day, to just have eyes to see opportunities. Like, I don't know
That's
if I would say
great.
like a specific opportunity,
Yeah.
like example, but just like asking for His heart, because He'll definitely show you
Right.
if you have eyes to see.
Those that are marginalized, the vulnerable, right? That's really good. Prayer does make a difference. All right, for the adults, what does it look like for adults to make other people's problems their problems at work, in your neighborhood, or in church?
I kind of already touched on this, but I think the motive behind that is just having a serving heart,
Okay.
knowing that, just having a serving heart. Again, just praying to God to put you in the situations to where you can help people.
Yeah.
Is what's going to lead you to those moments. It's not going to feel like you're having their problems, because what you're looking for, what you're seeking for, is to help them out,
Yeah.
to lift them up. So just viewing it as in, yes, although they might not be your situation, your problem, you're doing it because of God's love for you. So you're doing it for, you're pretty much doing it because of His love, and just helping that Spirit guide you to that, and know that, at the end of it, you're helping someone out. You're not making it your problem. You're bettering them. You're bettering yourself at the same time, and you're honoring God and glorifying Him through it. So
Yeah. Sort of like mourning with those that are mourning.
yes.
Yeah. And celebrating with those that are celebrating. That's good.
Martin Luther King Jr. did a sermon about the Good Samaritan, and he says the first two men that, you guys all know that story, the first two men that walked by,
Yeah.
the man, they're asking the wrong question. They're saying, if I stop, what is this going to cost me? What is this going to do to me? And the Good Samaritan, what he says is, if I don't stop, what will happen to him?
Wow.
And I think that, like with the ethos of this church, like if we are going to be with Jesus, become like Jesus, and do what He did, and like I love what you said, like we have just an open posture, like, Father,
Right.
give me eyes to see. And because he is a potter, and we want to be clay in His hands. Like, we want to be used in our community and on the spheres that we, where we have influence and the people we get to rub shoulders with. Like he has put each of us in really unique spaces.
Right.
And I think if we do live out of that, then we say it's not really costing me anything, but man, it's doing a lot for my neighbors and my classmates and the people that I get to interact with.
All right. That's great. Thank you. That's awesome. For the group, and we're going to have one person just answer this one. So whoever goes first takes it. Why do you think God wants us to be involved with people's plans instead of just praying from a distance? Why do you think God wants us to be involved with people's plans instead of just praying from a distance?
I think because he's a relational God.
He's a what?
He's a relational God.
That's good, right? That's good.
Just even within the Trinity. And we weren't made to do life alone. And, when we've been shown mercy, we get to show that to other people. And I think prayer is the foundation of all things. He invites us into that, to join him with that. But I think that he also wants us to do the messy work of being in relationship with people and being vulnerable.
That's good. All right, barriers to compassion. Barriers to compassion. What is the biggest thing that keeps you from helping people in need?
I would say for me, first of all, I think I'm just so caught up in myself sometimes and in my life that I don't have eyes to see other people in their need. And I think also it's when I do see that, sometimes I'm that's going to take a lot of work for me. It's going to take a lot of energy and stepping outside of my comfort zone to go do that. So it'd just be easier to stay just with myself and with God. It's not even you don't have to be fully separated from God to not be compassionate to others. You can still be in relationship with God and then not have that other relationship with other people, which I think is really important still.
That's good.
I feel like for me, it's money. I don't have enough money to help other people after I've set apart all the money for myself. Oh, I can't help this person. I don't have the money to help this person.
Yeah.
Because I'm saving this $100 for me.
Yeah.
Or something.
That's so true. We're gonna skip. We're gonna go straight to the group. For the group, how can we become a community where mercy is normal and not rare? Not just mercy, I'm gonna pray for you, but mercy in motion, right? Actionable mercy. How can we become a community where mercy is normal and not rare?
I'll just put into practice more just prayer, to be guided by the Spirit.
Yeah.
To ask for the guidance, to again to be ask for boldness, just be just know that you're the compassion, the kindness, that's shown in a community. It can be community anywhere, here at church, family, jobs, and just day-to-day spaces. It does a lot more as far as just being from a distance. So putting into action allows others to see that and to want to also do that because they can see just the fruits of it.
Yeah, that's good. All right. So the next group of questions, or the last question, because we're running out of time here. This is so good. It's going to be living out Eleos. Okay, so this is for everybody on the panel. If Christians were truly known for Eleos, for mercy in motion, how do you think that would shape our schools, our city, and the world? If Christians were truly known for Eleos, for mercy in motion, how do you think that would shape our schools, our city, and our world?
I think it would be more appealing for non-Christians to want to become Christians.
Yeah.
Because people wouldn't want to join the group of people that are oh, this isn't biblical, and just rejecting everything.
Yeah.
But if this group of people is helping people,
right,
and living their life for God, so much so that it shows up to other people.
I love that.
That's the kind of group that people would more want to be with.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Anyone else?
I think it'll bring revival. I think just because
Right.
like it's God's kingdom is for those like the groups that you were talking about, like the
Right.
poor and the needy. And so if we have eyes to see those people, and we allow God to work through us, just like he was saying, just
Yeah.
like the light of Christ is gonna shine through us, and then that's gonna bring revival to
Yeah.
the unbelievers and believers alike. So.
God bring revival. That's great. No, it's okay. Just waiting, giving you time.
I think they really
They nailed it.
that was good.
They nailed it. That's great. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being on the panel. Let's give it up for them one more time. We love having you guys on the panel. I appreciate y'all. You guys can head down. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Guys, this is what Eleos means. Let's give it up for them one more time. This is what Eleos is all about. It's communal. It's building a community where we take care of one another. So the homework that you have this week, it's okay. It's all right. It's something actionable. All right, let's settle down. Hey, it's something actionable that I would invite you to do. In your spheres of influence, where you are, school, if you're an older teenager, at work, or even at home. Maybe you know somebody on the other side of the world. Ask God to show you, how can I show compassion in motion? What do I need to do? What should I do to make mercy move?